Easier said than done, that really. So I've just spent the last half an hour watching that same video again, and I'm really struggling, so I am going to give it another watch and follow it step for step and see if I can solve it again. So as you can see there, I was able to successfully solve it. I think the problem was that I was missing a few steps because I didn't realise. And so like I was skipping over a couple, and then it meant that even though I was doing the steps I knew right, it still wasn't reaching like the right outcome. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is re-watch the video and write down the steps on a piece of paper, because I still can't solve it without watching the video, and I feel like that's quite a crucial step to overcome. And once I've overcome that, then I will start learning other methods that might make it a bit quicker. Okay, so after having watched the video again and having written down all these notes, I'm going to do something I've not done yet, is try and solve it on camera without it being sped up. To flip it upside down and do the right hand algorithm, 4 moves, and then rotate the bottom to get to the next corner, which is very important, otherwise we might end up messing up the whole cube. So we're just going to keep doing this one until that solves, and then we just turn this across one, and we go bam, and we just keep doing it until it sort of solves itself. And then we just do this. Rotate the bottom to get to the next corner as well. I'm just realising I made a big mistake there, and I turned the cube instead of turning the bottom layer, so I've just ruined the whole cube. This is why I don't film these in real time. So I'm going to do a time-lapse one now, and I am going to not fail. Just like that, because I wasn't filming it in real time, I was able to do it. So, you know what? I'm going to do it again in real time. I think I would edit out most of the first attempt because obviously it was a big fail and it's not really worth showing that. So I think this time I'm not going to try and solve it out loud. I'm just going to try and solve it as quickly as I can, but also as accurately as I can. I'm just waiting for the video to get to 1 minute so I can work out just exactly how long it was. But it took me to sew it to 1. Okay, let's go. So this one. There we go, solved. So that took 4 minutes and 10 seconds, which I would say is a pretty big improvement from last week's time. What was last week's? About 15 minutes down to 4:10 is pretty good. I think most of that comes from me being able to do this algorithm pretty quickly, because I think that took me a lot longer last time. Well, I think that took me a lot longer to do last time, but this time I can do it a lot quicker. So yeah, time improvements. I think next week I'm gonna check out a different algorithm, and then throughout the week up till then I'm gonna keep practicing this one, see if I can get it any quicker. So yeah, see you next week.